And before we jump in, here's a friendly reminder to subscribe to the channel and notice that like button. If you don't, Nurse Boki may silently judge you from the OR. Uh, have you ever noticed how no matter what wild things happen, every single season of Grey's Anatomy feels a little predictable, um, not in a boring way, more like the comforting feeling you get when you hear the opening notes of the show's theme song. It's as if the writers keep a secret list of must includes taped above their laptops, guaranteeing fans a fresh blend of drama, tears, and scandals every year. Let's take Nurse Boki, for example. Go. You might not hear her talk much, but if history tells us anything, she's practically the guardian angel of groundbreaking surgeries. Whether Amelia, Derek, or Meredith is leading the charge, Boki's in the room, steady hands and all, without ever missing a beat. Even when the hospital's name changes more often, and some people change their scrubs. Speaking of the hospital, you can also count on it spending at least one season teetering on the brink of disaster. Owners come and go, names swap, and um, jobs get threatened, but somehow the core hospital culture remains as durable as Miranda Bailey's side-eye. Even Meredith's dramatic decision to sell her shares feels less like a revolution and more like a yearly tradition, sort of like Thanksgiving dinner, but with more lawsuits. That every season, Dr. Richard Weber can't help himself. If there's a private life within a 30-foot radius, he's meddling in it, can't, and whether he's pulling strings to bring new surgeons to Seattle or offering unsolicited wisdom, there's never any shortage of personal drama courtesy of the man in the chief's office. And then there are the interns, mistakes, chaos, professional growth. It's all part of the package. And maybe they almost get fired. Maybe they quit, or maybe they step up in a crisis and come out better doctors. And at this point, watching a new intern struggle through their first big case is as familiar as seeing a hospital elevator become the center of emotional revelations. And, you know, who's usually right about the big issues? That's right, Miranda Bailey. From the very first episode, she's the voice of reason, even when nobody else wants to hear it. And sure, she might be blunt, but sooner or later, everyone realizes following Bailey's advice is the way to survive in and out of the OR. A romantic entanglement between colleagues. That's just Tuesday at Grey Sloan. And a pair may seem mismatched or even cause a stir, but doctorly love affairs have been woven into the hospital's fabric since Meredith first ran into Derek at a bar without knowing he'd be her boss the next day. And Meredith Grey never does things halfway, either. If there's a patient or a family member in need, she'll break the rules or follow them, whichever works best at the moment. Her compassion sometimes lands her in trouble, but more often cements her as the beating heart of the hospital. Family emergencies, estranged relatives, or impossible patients. Meredith always finds a way to go above and beyond. And if you tune in for just one episode per season, odds are you'll see a brand new doctor swoop in, stir things up, and somehow find themselves leading a dramatic, high-stakes surgery before the coffee even pools. Sometimes these visiting surgeons stick around, and Sometimes they just leave behind a trail of gossip, medical miracles, and if you're really lucky, a new plot twist. And honestly, at this point, the only thing the show hasn't tried is a mass outbreak of dance parties in the conference room. Although, knowing this hospital, there's always next season. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.